Namaste Elarigu. A very warm and pleasant evening to one and all present here. I am Shri Vidya Prakash, Secretary Lagu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, and I will be your host for the evening. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you to this special occasion as we are gathered here to celebrate the official launch of Global Food Pro 2027. May I request the dignitaries to occupy the seats on the dais, please. I take the privilege to welcome the trade officers of different embassies who have joined us here today. I also welcome officials from BIEC who are our venture partners. Today marks the beginning of a new journey, one that promises growth, innovation, a meaningful impact. We are truly honored by the presence of our distinguished guests, well-wishers, supporters, friends, and who have joined us to make this evening memorable. Every auspicious occasion begins with seeking the blessings of Lord Almighty. To invoke divine grace and set the tone for this evening's program, I invite Mr. Shubha Prasad to sing the invocation for all of us. Shubha. I'm sorry, just 2 minutes and then we'll start off. Ladies and gentlemen, we start off again. May I request Shubha Prasad for the invocation of the evening, please?
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम् महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितं महागणपतिम् Thank you.
Thank you, Shubha, for the melodious rendition. Now I request our State President, Sri Narayan Prasannaji, to deliver the open remarks and welcome our guests and audience for the evening.
Hello, namaskara. Respected guests on the dais, Dr. C. Anandaram Krishnan, Director CSIR, National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Dr. Jagat Shah, Chief Mentor, Global Network Institute, Dr. Bijna Kotak Dasani, Managing Director, Artham Group, Dr. V. Palanimuthu, Director, Niftem Tanjavur, Sri Madan Gopal, retired IAS officer and former Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka, Mr. Rob Neele, Founder Director, Securely Group, Australia, Sri Rajiv Arora, Vice President, Corporate Strategies and Business Development, Leads Connect, Dr. Sachin Sabmis, Vice President, All India Laghu Udyog Bharati, Sri H.V.S. Krishna, Chairman of IMS Foundation, industry leaders, entrepreneurs, exporters, representatives from food processing industry, media friends, and distinguished guests, Laghu Udyog Bharati members. Very good evening to you all. It's a immense pleasure and pride to welcome you to the launch of Global Food Pro 2027, an initiative envisioned to create a powerful platform connecting the food processing industry, technology providers, exporters, innovators, investors, policymakers, and global market. On behalf of Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, IMS Foundation, and our supporting partner, Global Network Institute, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for gracing this occasion with your presence. I would like to extend a special welcome to the friends from print media and electronic media. Without you, we cannot connect the stakeholders and the beneficiaries. I sincerely appreciate your presence and continued support to promoting meaningful platform for Global Food Pro 2027, going to be held on 13th, 14th, and 15th May 2027 in Bengaluru International Exhibition Center. Today, it marks the beginning of the significant journey. India's food processing sector stands at a transformational stage. With the abundant agriculture resources, a vibrant startup ecosystem, increasing focus on value additions, and a growing international demand for Indian food products, the opportunities before us are enormous. However, realizing those opportunities requires collaboration, innovation, market access, and knowledge sharing. Global Food Pro 2027 has been conceptualized precisely to serve this purpose. It aims to become a comprehensive platform where industry stakeholders can explore emerging technologies, discover business opportunities, build strategic partnership, enhance exports, and contribute to strengthening India's food value chain. The participation and guidance of eminent personalities present here today will undoubtedly help shape this initiative into a landmark event for the industry. Their experience and insight will inspire entrepreneurs, manufacturers, startups, researchers, and policymakers to work together towards building global competitive food processing ecosystem. I would like to express my sincere appreciation for our chief guest who are connected with us online, Sri Suresh Prabhuji, the former Commerce Minister, Government of India, whose contribution to commerce and industry and economic development continues to inspire the business community across India. Once again, I extend a heartfelt welcome to all the distinguished guests, delegates, exhibitors, partners, members of media, and well-wishers. Thank you for joining us and being part of this important milestone. I wish this launch event to be a great success and look forward to your continued participation in making Global Food Pro 2027 a truly impactful global platform. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Nara and Prasannaji, for that warm welcome. Respected elders, distinguished guests, and friends, let us move on to the traditional lighting of the lamp. To commence this auspicious occasion, may I invite our esteemed dignitaries to move to the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. May I also request Ravi Kumar ji, HVS Krishna, Lighting of the lamp symbolizing dispelling of darkness and ushering the knowledge, hope, and prosperity. Thank you, respected dignitaries. Thank you, respected dignitaries and members. It's now my privilege to introduce you all to the honored guests for the evening. Our chairman, Honorable former Indian Commerce Minister, Shri Suresh Prabhakar Prabhu, is not been able to join us today, but he's with us virtually. We welcome you, sir. We have Dr. C. Anand Ramakrishnan, Director of CSIR NISIT, Thiruvananthapuram, as our Vice Chairman. I request our Vice President, National Vice President Sachin Sabnis ji to felicitate Anand Ramakrishnan ji. We have Dr. Jagat Shah, a chief mentor from Global Network Institute with us today. May I please request our treasurer Lakshmi Shah ji to felicitate him. We have Dr. Bijna Kotak Dasani, MBE FRSA, MD Ortham Group with us today. Thank you for gracing the occasion, ma'am. May I request Vasudha Bhograju to felicitate Dr. Bijna. We have Mr. Rob Neely, Founder Director, Securely Group Australia with us today. May I please request Vasudha to felicitate Mr. Rob. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, every successful journey begins with a vision. To set the tone for this special occasion and share the inspiration behind this venture, it's my pleasure to invite our National Vice President, Dr. Sachin Sabnisji, to kindly set the theme for today. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, a very warm welcome to all of you for this launch program of Global Food Pro 2027. Respected chief guest for today, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, all the industry leaders, entrepreneurs, exhibitors, delegates and friends who have taken time out of their busy schedule and are attending this particular program. A warm welcome once again. It gives me an immense pleasure to address the gathering of innovators, food processors, farmers, entrepreneurs, technology providers, policymakers, and stakeholders who are shaping the future of India's food industry. It is with immense pride that I stand in front of you for launch of this Global Food Pro 2027. The Gudyog Bharati Karnataka and IMS Foundation have successfully organized 7 editions of India Manufacturing Show, a flagship platform that has become synonymous with excellence in engineering and manufacturing. Building on that legacy, we now harness the immense potential of another critical vertical, that's food processing, through this landmark initiative. India is blessed with abundant agriculture resources, diverse traditions, and an entrepreneurial spirit that is unmatched anywhere in the world. Today, our food processing sector stands at a pivotal moment as the world looks for safe, sustainable, nutritious, and value added food products. India has a unique opportunity to become a global food powerhouse. Recognizing this importance, we have envisioned the Global Food Pro 2027 as a premier international exhibition dedicated to empowering the stakeholders across the food ecosystem. The theme of this exhibition is not merely about showcasing products and technology, it is about creating a roadmap transforming Indian food ecosystem from farm to fork, from local to global, from traditional practices to technology-driven excellence. The food processing sector is one of the largest employment generators in the country and offers immense potentials for MSMEs. It has a potential to increase farmers' income, reduce post-harvest losses, promote rural industrialization, strengthen exports, and contribute significantly to India's vision of becoming a developed nation in 2047. Traditionally, major food shows or the trade shows in food sector such as World Food India, Indus Food, and Ahar have been concentrated in the northern part of our country. With Global Food Pro 2027, we are bringing this momentum to Bengaluru, the innovation capital of India. To unlock the vast potential of southern India, Bengaluru, with its thriving industrial base, global connectivity, world-class infrastructure, is an ideal city to host this kind of an exhibition. The event will be held in Bengaluru International Exhibition Center, a facility that matches international standards and reflects the scale of our ambition. However, to realize this potential, we must focus on five key pillars, and those are value addition and processing, technology and innovation, quality, safety, and global standards, sustainability and responsible growth, global market access for these MSMEs. But let me emphasize, Global Food Pro 2027 is not just another trade show. It's a year-long engagement platform exhibitors, buyers, and visitors will benefit from. International roadshows across GCC, the Gulf countries, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Domestic roadshows in India's major food hubs. Structured buyer-seller meets, business delegations connecting India with global markets, showcasing of cutting-edge technologies, knowledge session, and conferences with thought leaders. This continuous engagement ensures that participation in Global Food Pro 2027 delivers sustainable value, visibility, and business opportunity beyond 3 days of exhibition. So, dear friends, Lagudyog Bharti and IMS Foundation have always believed in strong MSMEs to create a strong nation. The food processing sector exemplifies this belief of ours. Every successful food enterprise generates employment, supports farmers, empowers women entrepreneurs, and contributes towards the economic development of our nation. Today, I call upon the stakeholders, industry leaders, MSMEs, startups, technology providers, and investors to join hands with us. Let us make Global Food Pro 2027 not just a showcase of India's food processing capabilities, but also a catalyst for global partnerships and innovation to make food processing and value addition in India as one of the leading manufacturers of food products across the world. Today, let us enhance our capabilities, strengthen our networks, and position India as a global hub for food trade and processing. So I welcome you once again to this launch program of Global Food Pro 2027 and have a nice evening. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for those inspirational words, Sachinji. We now move on to our launch ceremony, the most awaited moment of the evening. We have the official launch of Global Food Pro 2027 through a special curated video that captures its purpose, journey, and aspirations. Can we please have the audio visual played?
Look closely at the global economic landscape. The food processing, packaging, and technology sector has scaled far beyond traditional boundaries. It has emerged as a critical driver of macroeconomic stability, modern automation, and international trade routes. Across every continent, consumer demand is maturing at an unbelievable pace. Markets are expanding, and global distributors are actively searching for the absolute pinnacle of high-integrity processing infrastructure. The environment is perfectly primed for a monumental leap forward. Right at the center of this global momentum stands India. Driven by a phenomenal manufacturing engine of over 63 million MSMEs, our processing ecosystem is operating at peak capability. This is an industry superpower on an absolute trajectory to cross a spectacular $7 trillion by the year 2030. India possesses the world-class factories, the intense entrepreneurial energy, and the unyielding quality standards required to meet global demand. We are no longer just participating in the market, we are ready to lead it. To turn this historic momentum into definitive global leadership, the highest administrative pillars of the nation have stepped forward. This massive industrial strength is now fully reinforced by the visionary support of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Government of India. And working hand in hand with the Department of Industry Foundation is the Ministry of Commerce, Government of India, and is the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India. Behind the scenes, a master-level B2B architecture has been engineered, a solution designed to bridge the gap between Indian manufacturing excellence and global trade networks. A high-performance business engine is unleashed. Is complete. The stage is perfectly set. 17 core industrial focus areas unified. A link with the country's premier ministries. Direct entry to international trade lines. A permanent 12-month commercial acceleration engine. Welcome to Global Food 2027, taking place from the 13th to the 15th of May 2027 at the world-class Bengaluru International Exhibition Center. This landmark platform is brought to life by the ONS Foundation in proud association with This is not a fleeting 3-day exhibition. This is an integrated permanent movement that sets global food entirely abroad. This is a huge 12-month commitment. Your business growth begins the very moment of securing participation. You unlock a global engine of commercial acceleration featuring continuous digital promotion, early international delivery operations, and dedicated pilot matchmaking that supports your business even in agile and unmatched value chain, spanning 17 specialist sectors from advanced machinery and process automation to dairy, baking, oils, spices, wellness products, and export services. All operating in complete synergy under a single roof. This is where great business outcomes come. Global Food Pro 2027 bring together all the untapped potential of India exhibitors. contract manufacturing partnerships with emerging MSMEs and where global trade deals are finalized. The global center of the food processing industry is shifting, and it is anchoring itself right here in India. Supported by the Government of India and by the Government of Karnataka and led by our brilliant business champions, the stage is set. Secure your space at Global Food Pro 2027. Take your place on the grand stage of international commerce and let us connect the global food industry together.
I now request our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Anand Ramakrishnan, to unveil the brochures of Global Food Pro 2027. With great pleasure and pride, we present to you the official brochure of Global Food Pro 2027. A brochure is more than just a publication, it is a window into the vision, opportunities, and impact of the initiative that it represents. Congratulations and best wishes to this remarkable milestone to everyone in the team. Can we please have a big round of applause? Thank you, everyone. Moving on, our Honorable former Indian Commerce Minister, Shri Suresh Prabhakar Prabhu, has not been able to join us today, but he has sent us a virtual message. Can we please have the audiovisual played?
Namaskar. Laghu Udyog Bharati is not an organization alone. It's an angel guardian for protect the interest of small business, of micro businesses, which are in a way the backbone of India's industrial sector. So Laghu Udyog Bharati always strives towards furthering their cause, exploring possibilities of getting a different kind of a push for them to get better market access globally, besides ensuring that their business environment in India improves. And to do that, they organize various programs. I'm very glad that next year in May, they'll be organizing a major event for Food Expo. This is a very important event because India is one of the major hub for agriculture. But to convert agriculture products into food, it needs a lot of processing. It needs value chains. It needs supply chains. It needs technology. And after all, it also needs to have a market access because you have to sell this product to global players besides selling in India. So to do that, this expo is organized, which will bring together many buyers from different parts of the world. This will also showcase our own country's capability in producing high quality food items. As we all know, we are the largest producer of many items, fruits, vegetable, milk, we are the leaders. We also make cereals, though we import some. We also make wheat and rice, which are the major components of food basket of the world. And we have to now export the processed food from there. I had made India's first ever agriculture export policy when I was the Commerce Industries Minister, which has boosted India's agriculture exports from about $26 billion to now, over the next few years, $100 billion, which was a target had set. And not just a target, but had prepared a roadmap to do that. So these events will be extremely important. I urge all my friends who participate in it Together, we'll also ensure that we get top players to also come and be the buyers, not just showcase, but also buy. So the good items from India's small scale sector. And I'm sure with that, India will become a powerhouse of food exports. 30% of agriculture, if not entire agriculture, at least fruits and vegetable, get wasted. Just imagine if you can process it. And who can do a better job than the small businesses? I also urge you to also collaborate with cooperatives. A small business and cooperative partnership will go a long way in furthering the cause of the farmers on one side, as well as promoting equitable distribution of wealth. Should be the motto of any economic activity. So, my dear friends, congratulations. I'm very honored by the fact that I've been asked to be the chairman of the advisory board for this important event, and not just an event, but a journey which will take us to be one of the leaders in this sector over a period of time. So I consider it as a responsibility and also consider it as my duty to work with all of you and make sure that we build a robust ecosystem for creating a new value addition for Indian food sector. Thank you very much. All the best to you. Jai Hind.
Thank you for the inspirational words, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce you all to the keynote speaker of the evening. Dr. Jagat Shah, a multipreneur with 8 businesses, has a diverse background spanning over 27 years in international trade advisory, economic development, and business mentoring. He has trained over 7,000 companies in several countries who have started exporting. His journey as a mentor on the road has taken him across 5 continents, working with a varied range of projects in various industry verticals, from food to engineering, art and craft to pharma, renewable energy to tourism. He has the privilege to collaborate with diverse communities and businesses worldwide. Self-driven about 6 lakh kilometers in over 20 years, he is the chief mentor for Global Food Pro 2027. Today, we are honored to have him with us to share the valuable perspectives on Global Food Pro. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the keynote speaker of the evening, Dr. Jagat Shah.
Thank you very much. I congratulate Laghu Udyog Bharti, IMS Foundation, all the eminent dignitaries on the dais, advisory board members, and all the participating companies here. About my company, Global Network, we are based in Ahmedabad, and last 27 years, we have been involved in international trade promotion, working with foreign governments and Indian government and many companies. We have worked in 46 countries. And how many of you have heard about Vibrant Gujarat? Okay, good. So that was the program we started in 2003. And then we have done a lot of Vibrant series, Vibrant Tamil Nadu, Vibrant Goa, Vibrant Saurashtra, Vibrant Kutch and all. So that's the experience from where we come. These are all the Vibrant events which we have organized, and we work with international agencies. So European Union is our customer. We do a lot of projects for them, USAID, World Bank. We do a lot of projects for World Bank, United Nations, Commonwealth Secretariat, British government, German government, IFC, ILO, Russell Khaimah government, Brunei government, Oman, Senegal, Croatia, Rolls-Royce, Microsoft, Asia Development Bank. So almost there is no economic development agency of the world we have not worked with. as their implementation partner. So that's the kind of experience which we bring to Global Food Pro, to which we have been attached as a global partner. So you all know, twice it has been said, all the sectors related to food and food machinery are being covered in Global Food Pro. And one very interesting thing I would like to share with you is that most of the exhibitions in the world I have seen, I do not recall any exhibition in the world which starts working with companies 1 year before the exhibition. The Global Food Pro is the only exhibition, I think, which will start working with you 11 months from now. From now. So May 13 to 15, but we will work with you for 11 months. And that is why the launch is happening so early. And a lot of people are saying, why you are doing launch early, right? It is only for you, so that you benefit over 11 months. And when you are actually participating with a booth in May 2027, you would already have got success, right? So you don't think that, oh, what will happen in the exhibition? You would already have tasted success. And 250 booths are there for food machinery as well as for food products. 3 international roadshows we are going to do in person. We are going to go to the countries and conduct it, and with the Indian Embassy support. And we will be inviting importers related to your products to those roadshows, and then explain them why they should come to Global Food Pro in May and convince them that it is worth coming. And of course, a lot of digital promotion will happen before that. And 12 global webinars will happen every month. In fact, we already did one. And every month one will happen in some country. And we will be, in those webinars, we will be inviting importers. And we will be explaining to them, not only just explaining about Global Food Pro, but also talking about what is happening with the food sector in India overall, so that there will be an education part to it, and then there will be the information about Global Food Pro. And the idea is to invite them to Global Food Pro. And online B2B meetings, or every company which takes a booth, we will start arranging your B2B meeting online with importers, or anybody you wish to. If you wish to meet somebody in Israel for some food technology, we will arrange that. If you want to meet somebody in Germany for food machinery, we will arrange that, or importers. So, this is one reason why, you should participate early, because this advantage is only for those companies who are taking up a booth, because then we know for sure that you will be showcasing there. Otherwise, it is going to become difficult for us to, then when these people come to whom you talk, then to really justify. And then student buddy program, I think you are not able to read, but I will read it for you. There is a very interesting model called student buddy. See, the foundation of an economy, the competitiveness, is built on a model called triple helix, which is government, academia, and industry. You have seen in this program, Ministry of Food Processing, Ministry of MSME are partners, right? And that is the government side. And industry side is Lagu Udyog Bharati, IMS Foundation, all of you. And the academia side, we have to bring in very, very strongly. Not only in terms of the food sector, but also the students. So what is the model? Every foreign importer or delegate who will come, we will be attaching one student to them for all the 3 days. From airport pickup to dropping them back to airport, they will be with them. And they will be called student buddies. So this way, the knowledge transfer, they will learn so much, and the international delegate who is visiting will get, the full service of somebody being with them, and give them the confidence that I am in safe hands, and they will be taking them around, even if they want to go shopping. So it will be a very interesting experience. And when we have done this in other programs, you will be surprised. We have like 300 delegates came, and 40 of our students got hired by them from abroad. Because they said they were with me for 3 days. I cannot imagine what else should I, know about them when they graduated. So it's a very interesting component of Global Food Pro. And 20 countries business delegates will be coming. For now, we are targeting 100 importers, but I'm absolutely confident that we will over-deliver because, we have always an approach of under-promise and over-deliver. So as of now, 100 foreign importers we are certainly bringing in, and then 12 global speakers because, benchmarking knowledge with international standards is very important. So we will have speakers from different domains, 12 international MOUs with agencies which are cutting edge agencies in food sector in the world. We will be signing MOU in May. In fact, the discussions will start happening now onwards, and factory visits. So some of these importers, we are planning that those companies who take booth, we will also try to arrange their factory visits. So it or because in a booth when they meet, they are still not able to make a judgment about a company. But when they go and see your factory, the decision making becomes very, very fast and confirmed. And world record. So this is also a feature of every such program. World Food Pro we will be creating one world record for the Guinness Book of World Record at the event. We will showcase what is it going to be. And total food machinery importing countries, we have done a homework. My team is here. Our team from Ahmedabad homework, which country, what is the market size. We will be sharing this presentation to all of you. And top food machinery importers from India. So this is how the selection of countries has been done for roadshows in person as well as digital. And top 10 food importing markets in the world, nothing to do with India. That's the total importing countries and their value. And top 10 food importing countries from India. So if you see UAE, Saudi Arabia, US, Iraq, very interestingly, Iraq is 4th largest. I don't think many of you would have thought. This is the power of data, right? The power of data. Data is the new oil. And 9 free trade agreements have been signed by the government of India in just last 6 years. The benefit of a free trade agreement is that you end up paying zero duty. We have Rob here from Australia. We have a free trade agreement with Australia where every product which you export in food sector is zero duty. So that's the kind of ecosystem government has created under the triple helix model of competitiveness for us to benefit. So our roadshows are also targeted as per the free trade agreements. And business delegates will come from Australia, Canada, Germany, Indonesia, Japan, Kuwait, Malaysia, Nepal, New Zealand, Oman, Portugal, Qatar. This is based on the data which you saw. So it's a very well planned, thought and strategized program. And international importers, distributor, wholesaler, contract manufacturers, hotel, restaurants, e-commerce. E-commerce is an amazing segment where you can sell your products in e-commerce in international market. So we are going to invite such e-commerce companies also. Investors for joint venture and buyback arrangements, government procurement agencies, United Nations. You will be surprised. India is shipping 100 containers of rice every month to United Nations, which is being supplied from Egypt to Gaza as we speak. So United Nations is a very big customer. Already 2 officials have confirmed to be present in May, and they will also be talking online before they come. And food industry experts, merchant exporters, business visitors. So that's the kind of audience we are trying to bring to Global Food Pro Show. And these are the dates already finalized with our embassies. We are doing the Europe show in London, 2021, 20 to 22 October. Far East in Malaysia, 8 to 10 December. In US in January. And again, US and Canada, we have combined together. And if you have taken a booth, you can join these delegations. And how it works, we do this kind of a program in that country. In New York, we will do it at the embassy. Ambassador will be there, Consul General. And we will invite people related to your business. And you can do one-to-one meetings for them. You can come to once the presentation of Global Food Pro is over, you can come to the dais and introduce your company. And all of the audience will listen. And then you can do B2B meetings with them. And we will also fix some prefixed B2B meetings. So that's the model of international road shows. And so far we have finalized 3. Let us see how it goes, and we will move accordingly. And 5 national road shows. And student buddy program, I already explained to you, it is a pillar. Student Buddy program is a pillar of Global Food Pro, because until and unless we bring in the academia, the model of competitiveness is not going to be complete. And then 3 knowledge workshops will be there during the May for USA, European Union, Middle East, on how to enter the market, and we will have speakers from these countries. We are inviting the largest food importer of America, of US, to come and speak that when they import, what are the criteria they look at in a manufacturer or an exporter. So similarly, for European Union, innovative tools for market entry in EU, doing business in Middle East and Southeast Asia. So there is a lot of knowledge which also you will get. And I have always said that make knowledge the raw material of your business. You all have a lot of raw material in your business. My question is knowledge a raw material in your business? If it is, you will become competitive. And then the 3 days split into growth, technology, and future readiness of the summit, and world record, largest international millet tasting festival. One of these 5 we will select based on a lot of interaction with you also. World's largest filter coffee experience, right? World's largest Mysore Pak display. Okay, and world's largest Ragi food festival. And the last is world's largest idli breakfast. I think you all love that, right? My most favorite breakfast item is idli, right? So we will select one of these, and the Guinness Book of World Record team will be here, and it will be recorded, and you will all become part of that history, right? And so my suggestion, a lot of people say, oh, there is still 11 months. What is the need to book the booth so early, right? I think the feedback form is already given to you. I will encourage you to fill it up, and you will be able to take the advantage of the journey. I always say, enjoy the journey, never the destination. Enjoy the journey. So 11 months of journey, we will handle. Forget whatever I told, even if you have some challenge, even if you are traveling to some country. In fact, Gulf Food is going to happen. We are doing the roadshow in Dubai during Gulf Food. During Gulf Food, we are doing the Dubai roadshow. So, and even otherwise, if you are going individually to any country, let us know, and we will try to arrange your meeting with some buyers. But this all is applicable only to those companies who book a booth, right? So it is very important that you engage with this ecosystem early, so you can get a lot of benefits as we go along the journey. And any kind of challenges you have, you can ask. That's the booth layout. And please, I will request, this is my last slide. Everyone kindly follow Global Food Pro social media handles. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. And my humble request, with folded hands, every post which you see, kindly repost. Because the success of this Global Food Pro will depend not on what we do, will depend on what you support us with. And today the social media is such a powerful tool, you all know, that it can change any scenario. So kindly, I will encourage you to first of all follow, and then repost every post, because now you are the partner. You are a partner to Global Food Pro by being present here today. So thank you very much for your presence, and appreciate. Thank you. I would just like to make a quick introduction. Shankho and Shubhra, you are there. Please stand up. So we have got here 2 officials from Sberbank who are from Russia. Sberbank is the biggest Russian bank. Shankho, can you come 1 minute, please? 1 minute, just with the permission of the board. Largest bank of Russia, and they have a branch here, and they have got an amazing business development service support, where if you contact them, they will introduce you to buyers in Russia. And if you go to Russia, they will arrange your meetings with them, and they will accompany you also. So they have got a large business development team headed by Shubhra, and once this meeting is over, kindly engage with them. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving such a big opportunity, actually. And we are not from Russia, we are from India. We represent the largest Russian bank in India. Good to see, and sir always keeps this events very vibrant and very energetic. And thanks a lot, sir, for organizing such events continuously. I'll keep it short. we do promote a lot of bilateral trade between India and Russia because of the current geopolitical reason. The problem here is we should understand how to export, what is the safety guidelines and what are the compliance guidelines that we have. Our bank is a completely A1 scheduled bank licensed by RBI, and we do all types of transactions pertaining to exports and imports. So any interested individuals or corporates out here who are interested to explore the Russian market, I will be of a great help to all of you. I have my colleague Shubhra who is attending this event, and we have just got one step ahead. More than the banking solutions, we are trying to understand the pains of an exporter and how to get the business done in Russia. So we will be here to network, and we would look forward to talk to you. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the dais. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the key highlights, sir. I'm certain that the thoughts shared will leave us informed, inspired, and motivated. Distinguished guests and dear participants, we are delighted to announce for the first list of confirmed exhibitors for our upcoming show in May 2027. We are grateful for their enthusiastic response and excitement to have them join us in making the event a memorable one. Please join us in welcoming the participants on the stage. Can I please request each one of you, as I call out your name, to please join us on the stage? You could take the stairs on the left and please get in. You could accept a small token of thank you from Dr. Anand Ramakrishnan, and please occupy the space that is behind the stage. We would like a group photo with all of you. To start with, we have Shiv Pratap HR, Elmanic Technopack Mechanics Private Limited. Can we please have you on stage, sir? Mrs. Hema Madan, Millet Carts India Private Limited. Mr. Srini Kashyap, Klinglo Organic LLP. Shri B.V. Ganesh Prabhu, Hindustan Mukta Cashew Processing. We have Akul Bharat Chandra from Akshay Kalpa Organics. Leena from Alpha Enzymes. Smitavi Katti from Honiga Eats. Jyotsna Pai, Ratan Pai Bakery, Belgaum. Can we have Mrs. Leena, Alpha Enzymes? Mrs. Saraswati, Elim India. Shri Shivanand R. We have Mrs. Raki from Akshaya Foods. Can we please have a big round of applause for our partners? Mrs. Raki from Akshaya Foods. Kavita Rathodi from Autumn. Shri Murlidhara K from Hardik Herbals. Shri Anikesh from High Tech Engineering. Vasudha Bhogaraju from Bhogaraju Foods Private Limited. Well, as we celebrate our confirmed participants today, we are eagerly looking forward to welcoming many more registrations in the days coming. The doors are still open, and we invite every one of you to come on board and be a part of this memorable experience. Can we have a big round of applause, please? Thank you so much, everyone. Moving on, it's time for us to listen to the words of wisdom from the dignitaries present on the dais. To start with, may I please request Dr. Bijna Kotak Dasani, MBE FRSA MD Autumn Group, to address the gathering. Over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll give you a mic. You could please sit.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste. And extinguished guests, dignitaries, and the LBUK fraternity, thank you for having us here this evening, and congratulations to everyone for such a fantastic launch event. As you can tell, my voice is a little off today, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But as one of the advisory board members, I will take a few minutes just to talk about why this sector is attractive, what the growing business needs are in India and beyond, and how we can help brands scale, and what the opportunity statement that underpins Global Food Pro looks like. So if we go right back to the beginning, we're here to focus on driving innovation, and I think we heard earlier, moving from traditional to technology-based outcomes, facilitating the 2.0 and setting an example not only pan-India, but for the rest of the world. The food manufacturing and processing sector in India is at a very interesting intersection. We're seeing rising demand, we're seeing policy support, we're seeing value creation. Through the pandemic, we've seen the emergence of startups, diversifying what food processing and manufacturing looks like in India, but also changing what the Indian diet and the Indian demand looks like. We're also focusing on, around that, trying to bring in parameters of technology, safety, traceability, and all of you are obviously experiencing what's going on in the world at the moment. Food security is becoming paramount for us and then for future generations also. So at the moment, what we have is an opportunity to create and shape that change. We also have an opportunity to improve things economically as well as through exports. And in India, we're seeing what we know as the sunrise sector. Globally, the food processing market is valued at over 160 billion. And in the next few years, this is going to double. So what this means is an opportunity for growing businesses, particularly the MSMEs we saw, like those that are already signing up to exhibit. We need capital, plus we need market access. Global Food Pro will provide that. It'll create an ecosystem where we have access to working capital, compliance, production capacity, channel access, pricing, and supply chain and policy. And so really, as brands, if we can come together to create POCs, we can scale, we can expand, we can innovate together, and we can create new trade and digital channels. The really strong opportunity statement for India is around its large agricultural supply. Granted, there is work to do, but with that comes opportunity. We also have some very favorable and developing FDI rules and policies. We have a lot of high demand domestically and internationally. And we are basically in a privileged position because the ingredients that India presents are ingredients that the world is seeking today. So I think we can pull all of that together, understand our advantages, and use that as our trajectory to move forward. That's it from me. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for the engaging talk, ma'am. We are delighted to have Mr. Robert Neely, Founder Director, Securely Group Australia, with us. May I please request Mr. Rob to address the gathering with his valuable thoughts.
Thank you, everyone. Rob Neely from Australia. I flew in last night specifically for this function and a week of business meetings after that. But in Australia, we're probably best known for producing great cricketers. But after what India did to us in the last World Cup, we decided we should find something else to do, so they sent me over here. I won't talk about Test cricket though, will I? Let that go. Thank you for having me. I'm not sure how to use this one. Is it just the arrows? We don't have... Just bringing up the presentation, I think. In fact, since the free trade agreement was signed in 2022, we were talking about before, I don't think we've won a World Cup match since then. So something's happened. No? Yeah? Okay, right, okay. Sorry, bit of miscommunication. So what am I here for? Our company works in identity in Australia, and specifically we marry artificial intelligence to identity. So you're probably thinking, well, what is he doing up here talking to this? Traceability has been talked about previously, and that's where we work. So with AI, with the advent of AI and AI agents, we are now aware that we can trace from the tree to the table. Quite literally, we can trace provenance all the way from the tree to the table. So if we take an Alfonso mango, for example, one of the high-end products, with some of the work we're doing with Securely, we actually will be able to trace it from the farm the day it's picked, all the way through the supply chain, right through to the store it's sold in. And we'll be able to also detect what other mangoes come into the supply chain pretending to be or imposters of the Alfonso mango. So that's very important. That's important for a number of issues. Because the amount that's paid to the farmer that picks that mango is very, very small compared to what that mango might sell for in Harrods or other high-end stores around the world. But in that supply chain, we know that if there's X amount of 2,000 tonnes of mangoes that are coming out of the real supply chain, by the time it gets to the retail end, there's 4,000 tonnes. Now, if we can attach identity to a mango, that means the farmer should be able to get 2 or the amount they're paid for at the time that it's picked. And that's very, very important because that uplifts the last mile. What we need to do. We need to be able to uplift that last mile. So how are we going to, you're probably asking how is an Australian company going to ascertain how a mango goes from here to London and then gets sold and we know it's the same mango? Well, you're all aware of when we go through passport control, they do biometric screens of our face. Well, we can do that. We think we can do it. We're going to test it, but we believe we can do it with the skin of a mango. We also believe we can do it with a specific Scottish cod. Every living being, every biological can be turned into a biometric, we believe, with the help of AI. So where we say, well, what's AI got to do with it? There's a lot to come, guys, and it's going to be really, really, really exciting. And with a bit of luck, we hope that we will be able to run the first trial of our intellectual property from Australia here in India. With the help of the associations that we're up here talking about today, and also the government, which we're speaking to next week. So keep a watch out for it. We think it's going to be pretty exciting. So what that means is we will capture the biological signal, we'll convert it into biometrics, we'll anchor it as an identity, secure it with cryptography, And finally, deliver trust into the food chain. And after we do the mangoes, we're hoping to go into seeds, millets. It's a lot harder, but we think we can do it. Thank you very much for having me here today.
Thank you for your thoughtful words, Mr. Rob. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a feedback form that's been distributed to all of you. We request you to kindly fill in the feedback form. We will have a representative in the place where you're sitting and they'll be collecting it. Thank you. Moving on, we now have Shri Rajiv Arora ji, Vice President, Cooperative Strategy and Business Development, Leads Connect with us today. Can we please have him to address the gathering?
Distinguished guests, industry leaders, esteemed members of the advisory committee, representatives from the government, MSME startups, academia, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Laghu Udyog Bharti and IMS for conceptualizing such a progressive and future-oriented platform. In today's rapidly changing global economy, food is no longer merely about consumption. It is about sustainability, nutrition, innovation, technology, traceability, value addition, exports, and above all, food security for the future generations. India today stands at the defining moment. We are one of the world's largest producers of food grains, fruits, vegetables, pulses, dairy, and edible oils. Yet, the true strength of India lies not only in production, but in our ability to process, innovate, brand, and take Indian food products to global markets with pride and confidence. Platforms like Global Food Pro 2027 will play a transformational role in connecting farmers with industry, MSMEs with markets, startups with investors, technology providers with manufacturers, and India with the world. Friends, the food processing industry is not merely an economic sector, it is an engine for rural empowerment, employment generation, women participation, entrepreneurship, and inclusive growth. When an MSME grows, a village prospers. When food processing expands, farmers gain stability. When innovation meets agriculture, nations become self-reliant. This initiative, therefore, comes at the right time and with the right vision. I am particularly happy to note that this platform aims to bring together corporates, policymakers, research organizations, startups, and international stakeholders under one umbrella. Such collaborative ecosystems are the need of the hour because the future belongs not to isolated organizations, but to integrated partnerships. At Leeds Group, we strongly believe that innovation, quality, sustainability, and consumer trust are the pillars of long-term growth. Whether it is a value-added agri-products, modern processing technologies, health-focused food solutions, or global partnerships, the industry must continuously evolve to meet changing consumer aspirations and international standards. Equally important is the role of young entrepreneurs and startups. India's youth possessing extraordinary energy, creativity, and technological capabilities. They must be encouraged to lead the next revolution in food processing, agri-tech, nutrition, packaging, logistics, and sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, India has a talent, resources, and entrepreneurial spirit to become a global food powerhouse. What we need is a stronger collaboration, policy support, innovation-driven investments, and international engagements. I'm confident that Global Food Pro 2027 will emerge as a landmark platform, fostering dialogue, partnerships, investments, and transformative ideas for the food processing sector. I also assure you that Leeds Group remain committed to supporting initiatives that promote industry growth, innovation, farmer prosperity, and nation building. Before I conclude, I would like to once again congratulate the organizers and extend my best wishes for the success of today's launch program. May this initiative become a catalyst for new opportunities, stronger partnerships, and a brighter future for the global food ecosystem. As we say, strong industries build strong economies, but a strong food systems build strong nations. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It's our privilege to have with us Sri Madan Gopal ji, an Indian Administrative Service Officer, former Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka. Can I please request Sri Madan Gopal ji to address the gathering?
Distinguished personalities on the dais and all the sorry, I had some problem in the throat. I just returned from Adi Kailas, the very remote area in India, so I was exposed to extreme cold. So here and all the distinguished guests, both from industry and food processing industry and the related sectors. At the outset, I have to compliment Laghu Udyog Bharati choosing Karnataka as such a massive global food pro 2027, because we are all amazed to see why 1 year before. And another important feature is that this is on time today. Exactly, I'm supposed to speak in 6:47, now it is 6:48. I'm saying this shows the seriousness of organizers. I'm really happy to be a part of that. Karnataka, we all know, I consider Karnataka as a maternity ward of ideas. What Karnataka does today, rest of the country do after 5 years. This we have seen, whatever the sector, whether IT sector, whether it's a biotechnology, agriculture, industry, whatever the sector, education, health reforms, any sector you take it, Karnataka led as a pioneer, not today, but from the past many decades. So this is a very interesting feature. In the old saying that says that may you live in exciting times. Now paraphrase it saying that may you live in the transforming times. We are living in the transforming times in Bharat. This is when you talk of the Vikasit Bharat of 2047. In the process of that, I consider Global Food Pro 2027 is a one milestone towards achieving the whatever the concept vision of the Vikasit Bharat. Here, when we say these things, I have to say few of there are a lot of examples. In the advisory board meeting, we said that Bharat has shown many successful examples. Even Karnataka has shown many successful examples in food sector. So when we call food sector, it's a very complex. We have a producers, we have a consumers. In between, how do we connect the producers and the consumers? How do you facilitate a win-win situation? Because always there is a conflicting situations where the producers and where the consumers, they have certain priorities. That the conflict of interest. How do we minimize the conflict of interest? This Food Pro conference will facilitate ideas to generate and also to ensure that things will move in the right direction. Just I'd like to mention how do we do food sector infrastructure modernization, and also what type of financial incentives requires to the both producers as well as the processors, and also what type of a food safety measures. We are talking of the not just food security, but nutritional security. How do we provide a nutritional security to the consumers? With this, Government of India has come out with a very, very innovative schemes, innovative models. Like we have a Prime Minister Kisan Sampada Yojana, where we have the support for the mega food parks and also the cold chain infrastructures and also the food testing laboratories, because we are not talking of the quality, we talk of the food testing laboratories. Sorry. Secondly, we have the production linked incentive schemes. This is very popular, but many people, many in the industry are not aware. I am sure this global food pro link these things with the government of India schemes and the smart warehousing concepts. And also whatever export incubations are required. I am sure this global food pro, which is launched, is taking place almost 1 year ahead. It shows the seriousness. I personally compliment all exhibitors who already confirmed. I'm sure many of exhibitors will come. This will be I can say, a milestone in the process of Viksit Bharat. I'm very happy that Karnataka is a venue selected for such a very wonderful conference. I'm sure it will be successful with your support, with your cooperation, with your assistance. This will be the major landmark in the development of the particular sector and also the development of the nation. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, Madanji, for those inspirational, motivational words. May I now request Dr. V. Palnimuthu, Director of NIFTIM Tanjore, to address the gathering.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Dignitaries on the dais, many captains of the industry, our stakeholders, many stakeholders with regard to food industry are all in front of us. Good evening to all of you. I first of all, hearty congratulations to IMS Foundation, Laghu Udyog Bharati, their dedicated team in Bangalore, Karnataka, to first of all think of a program, of an expo of global level, Gulf food level or World Food India level. We have many metropolitan cities in this country. All of you know. Bengaluru is the only city, it comes after the food name. This name is from the food, Bende Kalu Uru. Bengaluru food, already food is there in the name itself. But somehow we are known for Silicon Valley. We are known for unicorns, but never for food. But this scenario, I really view in future it may change. If the program like Global Food Pro, if it comes to that level, then Bangalore will be known as a destination for food industry and food stakeholders also. That I really wish all the best for the great success of such program. There are many reasons why we should have such expos. About 10 years, I don't remember exactly, I was a part of it. I was a part of our Krishi Mela, which is organized from GKVK. I'm a very key person in organizing that Mela where 15 to 18 lakhs people participate in 4 days, November 3rd week. I was an organizer for a long time. Now I have moved to Tanjore. There we are involved with World Food India in Delhi. That the World Food India, an event which is quite different from many expos which we organize in, say, in Palace Grounds or in Chennai or many places I have seen. But it's definitely much better than all those things because we get about 2,500 stalls and participation from many countries. Lot of effort goes from the ministry, our ministry. I cannot make a long speech because this is many people are there. See, when you do such a program, I'll give a small example. Suppose you have a son who is not bright in education, in his studies. As a mother, as a father, usually mothers, because they are the people who really take care of every aspect of education of their children. What you do, You try to put your word along with the brightest student of that class. Hey, go, avan jote hogappa, even jote hogappa, avan yen hot. You will tell like this, When you do organize such an expo with international people, suppose there are 10 people who already taken a stall. When they see side by side with the international exhibitors, they approach the exhibition, how they really approach the customers, all these things you learn from there. That is one of the important education. Without knowing, unknowingly you learn it. How to package a product that can really make a dent in the world arena. These things can be learned from others. And many technologies, when you go to such an expo, many things you see for the first time. And this gives an inspiration. And I really appreciate a service-oriented organization like IMS is creating a platform for such an opportunity. Not only, there are many things, positives with these kinds of expos. And I'm sure Bengaluru will really make a statement with this program in down the line 1 year. I'm really representing, though I'm an academician, but I'm really looking forward to such this World Food Pro 2027, and it is going to be a regular event. That's I'm very happy news. Like maybe we are competing with World Food India or Annapurna also. That I as a Bangalorean, see, I'm basically a Tamil fellow, but 30 years in Bangalore, more than half of my life is in Bangalore. I'm a Bangalorean, RCB fellow. Okay. No, in such a situation, I'm very happy that we are going to get many new companies, new projects. And I think our Chief Minister Sivakumar avara bala tumba santosha padtare. No, we have a millet and organic exhibition, Mela. From the first year, I'm also involved. My university is involved. See, when the program started, when Krishna Bairegowda started, when he started, we thought then what he is making so many crores wasted. But the kind of platform that we have created, one of the best organic exhibition and organic and millet exhibition in this country is done in Bengaluru. I have seen many, and because I participated in many, it is done in Bangalore. Such an, we have made a mark, in this area. Similarly, I'm sure we will do it with Global Food Pro. Whether I am a director in NIPTAM, Tanjavur or not, doesn't matter. As a Bangalorean, my full support to this program. All the best for the success of this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you for those amazing words, sir. We now have Dr. C. Ananda Ramakrishnan, Director, CSIR NISIT, and Vice Chairman of Advisory Committee Global Food Pro with us. He has recently been honored by Honorable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, with the highest recognition award in the field of sciences, technology, and innovation, Rashtriya Vigyan Shri 2024 Puraskar, for the distinguished contribution in the agricultural science sector. Can we please have a round of applause for sir? He has been a proactive researcher who has been guiding us through the conceptual stage of Global Food Pro. He associated with Laghu Udyog Bharati for more than 15 years now. May I please call upon Dr. Ananda Ramakrishnan for the presidential address of the evening.
Most respected dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, always it's a pleasure to come to Bangalore to attend the Laghu Udyog Bharati meetings. It is more than now 12 years I am working very closely with the Laghu Udyog Bharati along with our Bojra sir, Sachin sir, everyone. And when Bojra sir called me, we are thinking to go for, because last year IMS Foundation event was one of the best what I attended, many visitors. That time only we are discussing, can we do similar one for the food? Then we started thinking about what is that benchmark we wanted to create. Is it a world food India or the Gulf food? The long discussion, finally we decided to go for the Gulf food model. We'll take the Gulf food model We have to cross the what Gulf Food has put the benchmark. I don't know how many of you attended the Gulf Food. Yes, we will do it. Definitely, we will do it. Whoever attending the Gulf Food, just last day itself, they book for the next year Gulf Food. That is the impact. When you attend the Gulf Food, you will get it. Either you get the connect or you get the business, or you learn the new product to launch. More than 50% participants goes from in India to get the business. Why we have to travel to Gulf to get that business? Why not we can't create in India, that too in Bangalore? That is the idea, this Global Food Pro, what we created. Just Suresh sir asked today, Suresh Prabhu sir asked today, what is the outcome you are going to achieve for this Global Food Pro? The simple outcome. Our Honorable Prime Minister, not once, 3 times mentioned that India should be a world food basket. Every person in the globe has to take Indian food. Is it possible to do? 3 years back, our Honorable Prime Minister mentioned, still we are yet to make the full-fledged roadmark. At the right time, Laghu Udyog Bharati has taken the step to convert our Prime Minister aim and dream to make India as the world food basket. This is the one way of putting into the roadmap for that. Look at today, our global contribution of Indian food processing sector is less than 4%. We are world number 1 and 2 in most of the agriculture commodity. Our business in the world food is less than 4%. If you wanted to make it India as the global hub or the world food basket, we need to make it a 20%. How to do it in another 5 years' time? I think Global Food Pro will give some extent support to the government of India to achieve that dream. I'm going to give maybe another 10 to 15 minutes that talk on positioning India as the global food processing hub. This will give some indication if you are doing already in the food business, where you can expand your business. You can look at some of the data will help you. Or you are yet to start the food business, you can think about which are the area you can pitch in that. Or how you can utilize Global Food Pro, that platform to expand your business. That's what we made it this presentation, and I'm going to present it. You can look at the important aspect of the food economy. It starts from the production, then goes for the processing, packaging. These 3 are purely technical. So that you need an input from the technical side. Then it comes for the logistics, supply chain, and the consumer choice and the marketing. You don't need to have all the knowledge on each and every aspect of the whole supply chain of the food economy, but you need to understand of each and everything. Otherwise, people used to say they start the food business, after 3 years they will vanish, because one of the area they are not strong. Either marketing they are not strong, or technically they are not strong. Food business is not that simple. You can sell any electronics component, software, but food, 100% safety should be ensured. If it's not, one product out of 1,000 product goes to the market has some issues, your company is going to be closed. So you need to understand the full value chain before starting the business. It's very simple, but you need to know that that is important. India is doing really well. If you look at now is the 4th, very soon India is going to be a 3rd largest economy. But more than India's growth, Indian food processing is growth. Last 12 years, the only segment in the country is growing more than 10% is the food processing industry. Even COVID time, we grown more than 12%. COVID time allowed Indian consumers, or all of us, to eat processed food. All ready to eat, ready to cook product for the noodles, or pasta, the biscuit, everything gone more than 25% growth rate during the COVID. After that, we are not left. We are continued to do that. That's what this industry is going such a rapid phase, how to capitalize. But look at that, how much we have net production, 1 billion tons of the food grains we are producing. But total import is 32.8 billion, export is 40 billion. But the classical thought process here is, still we are importing. Even though we are producing, still we are importing. That's what you need to look how to put in. See that here, that data is given by the KPMG. They predicted 1,274 billion in next year, but some data says 800 billion, but some data says, that's what issue is, agriculture has come to the food or the food processing. But On an average, if you see that this business right now is 800 billion. It's a huge business size. And look at that figure. India right now export agri plus food is a 48 billion, which is the global size. If you put it agri food both together is a 16%. Look at the Thailand, 49 billion. What they produce, 56% they are doing the export. India is doing only 16%, both raw commodity and all. Go to Malaysia, 60% they are able to do business out of 34 billion. The small countries doing better than India. This gives, I'm not telling we are not doing, this gives the better thought process, or you can think about lot of plenty of opportunities are there in this segment if you put our effort correct way. This figure gives what are the commodities we are importing. If you see that vegetable oil, still we are importing. We are not exporting. We are importing from where? Indonesia, Malaysia, amount, and that almost 15 million metric ton we are importing. Pulses we are importing. Australia and Canada, fruits we are importing. We are exporting very well right now in the rice. Before COVID, we are not done the raw rice, only basmati rice. Right now we are exporting very well in the rice, spices, meat, sugar, fresh fruits. Then we need to think about this export as well as import, where you wanted to pitch in. This type of product, if you pitch in, you will be in trouble. Whereas the export is there, if you pitch in, we have the value for your product. So what I said earlier is the almost 48 billion total agri-food, out of which 23% is the processed food. Only 23% of the total, that 48 billion, which comes around 11 billion. Plenty of opportunities are there for us to do export market. Then Global Food Pro is the ideal platform. We wanted to connect throughout the globe on single platform. That is the idea what we try to do it in the Global Food Pro. If you take at the processed food, what are the product we are importing, how much amount of the product, and which are the countries? If you see that alcoholic beverages, this comes from UK and USA, but this year we are not adding into the Global Food Pro. Maybe next year edition we will add this one. And cocoa product, coffee, cereal preparations. Cereals, India is producing highest amount of the cereals, but value-added cereal we are importing. And export is marine product, coffee, and processed fruits and vegetables. And give the another example, two biggest market, one is the US market, another one is the Europe market. Take it US, what are the commodities they are importing? Cereal preparations, where they are importing? Ireland and Italy. Cocoa product, Canada and Ivory Coast. Then meat fish, Canada and Ivory Coast. And oil seed, only one, they are importing from India. Look at the European Union total, oil seed, Brazil and United States, Ivory Coast cocoa product. None of the major commodities they are not importing from India, processed food or the agri commodities. That is the what we have, the huge gap is there for us to export both bigger market. So we can think about, you can think, and you can market analysis will give clear idea which are the place, what are the product you have to do. I'll give some more example. Cereal product. So you see the total market is 41 billion, and edible cereals, oats. 20 years back we don't have oats. Today each and every port, either Thoothukudi port, Chennai port, more than 5,000 tons per day it is coming to India. We have started eating. That's what you can see, that growth rate is 6%. But raw form, what is the global stage? Only 30% we are sending the cereal product. 30% raw form we are sending. They make the flakes, sending back to India. Then see that down, only 1% of our contribution processed food. That's what the gap is there. We need to put our innovation or the research, convert in the good product to make it a global stage and acceptable to the global population. Again, milk, we are now number one, but our contribution, our global share is only 1%. Again, lot of potential value-added product. Right now, butter and cheese is the 43%, milk and cream is 25%, 10% milk powder. I'll give the two examples. One is that cheese. Earlier, whatever the red color, you can go to the China and Russia, or the butter, you can go again China and Russia. But this all is available in some of the market analysis. Which are the product you select, you think, put your thought process, which is the product you can ideally select. and come to the World Global Food Pro. We will give the platform for to connect all these things. Already, sir has mentioned about Russia. Russia has the big potential for us to go for the dairy product. That's what I wanted to show here. And again, groundnut. Today, protein market is pick up like anything. People, protein deficiency is very high. People wanted to buy the protein product. But what happened? Whey protein. Per kg, whey protein is now 4,000 rupees. Just 10 years back is only 1,000 rupees. It is increasing. So people are looking for alternative protein. One source is the groundnut. But what we are doing, we are number one exporter of groundnut, but raw form. Edible nuts only 20%, processed material less than 1%. Again, you convert is a peanut butter or any other value added product from that, still you have the better scope to export because you get a 3 to 4 times higher value and the margin. Coconut, again our Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, we produce good number of the coconut. If you see that world number 3, almost 20 billion nuts we are producing. I'll give the one example. Vietnam is producing only 10% of that, but they have the coconut water share is more than 50%. The small country Vietnam, coconut water more than 50%, more than 40% coconut sugar Vietnam has. That's what the whole value chain what they develop. We need to put our value chain such a manner. I don't want to go detail onto that. Just I want to give the glimpse. Plenty of opportunities are there. Each and every agriculture commodities throughout the globe. This is the another example of how Thailand and India, you see the population and the production. We have produced 112 million metric ton. They produced only 6.7 million metric ton, out of which 60% export. What we are doing, we are exporting only 2%. This is the what we can think how best we can convert our product into the export market, and definitely whole world will eat our Indian process. Again, food machinery. Industry is growing more than 10%. Growth rate is phenomenal, but machinery we are importing. Look at here, 4,000 to 6,000 crore worth of the food machinery we are importing. If you look at meat, fish, you need a particular stainless steel, 316 stainless steel, totally atomized. Dairy, still we are importing the dairy machineries. So another one area you can think about re-engineered or develop the machinery for Indian companies to make little bit cost effective. It is a possible to go ahead. Again, packaging. Any material, if you take processed material, you have to package it. And one more segment along with the food is the packaging industry. Look at the global packaging market, 1.14 trillion. We talked about a million, billion, trillion market, and the growth rate also, phenomenal growth rate is happening in packaging because food market is goes, packaging market also goes. Indian food packaging industry also 100 billion, predicted 169 billion in 2030. One of the fastest growing market segment in India is the packaging material, but you have to see the flexible material or glass, aluminum, whatever it is, you can do that. But one issue is there, which material you are going to pack. It's no need to look into the food. We can see the pharmaceutical, cosmetic, or electronics. But the concern also is there. If you wanted to go for paper, you have to cut the tree. 15% less carbon dioxide absorption. Then what is the alternative? Paper will go glass. It also make the glass, it produce the NOx. It need more energy, more power, again wastage. Aluminum, 1 ton of the aluminum is produced 12.7 ton of the CO2. 4 times higher than PET bottle. So aluminum also is not a good alternative. Paper is not a good alternative. Glass is not a good alternative. Aluminum also not a good alternative. What is there in front of us? We need to think that is the sustainable packaging, biopolymer packaging. That's what market 50% sustainable packaging, bioplastics market is there in 2030. We need to think alternative packaging material has a huge, tremendous market. So work on that. Either starch-based material, plant-based material, you convert as the packaging. Next is advanced flexible packaging, rigid plastics and glass metal. You can think these are the area also you can pitch in. I'm heading the National CSR Mission Packaging. We are taking 5 grams of microplastics per week. 5 grams we are taking. February month, Nature has published microplastics present in the brain. It goes in body everywhere. So Chennai High Court ordered milk and water should mention about microplastics present. So when we are talking about the food industry or packaging, we need to think what is the problems also associated with that. So we need an alternative. That's what we try to develop sustainable packaging under this mission. We developed this pet portal. You know that pet portal right now in the sea, 3 ton of the pet portals and 4 ton of this fish that is there. If you take any salt, microplastics are there. It's not come from the packaging, it comes from the sea. So our sea already polluted with the plastics. So what we did, we developed in our institute, PET alternative to PET. This is the bottle, the preform to the bottle. All the material, everything is done by our institute. Next month, we are releasing this technology. It is a totally biocompostable. Within a 3 months, is compost in the water, the soil, and it is the derived from the plant-based source. It is not from the anything on the petroleum origin. This is the idea what I wanted to give 1 or 2 examples because we need to find a solution for that. First time in the globe, we made this technology available. Cost also just above the normal cost of PET. Possibly the whole industry, that machine, everything developed by us, we are going to release this technology and the indicators also we made it. This is the trend. You can Google it, you will get lot of trends, which are the product is going to dominate next 5 years because you can't go with the whatever the your product like. If you look at AI-based tools, real-time food safety and food restructuring and GLP-1 peptides, nutrition, that's the down. Have you heard about that GLP-1? Glucagon-like peptide, it is there in our body. If you look at diabetes population in the country is almost 1 in 10% is diabetics. Especially Kerala is leading next, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka or Andhra. Wherever morning we'll eat idli dosa, afternoon rice, night also rice or idli dosa, that's what we are eating. It is a continuously increasing. AML, mainly we are applying in the AML in the food sector is the quality control, customer engagement or the food sorting, but not in the real scenario of food processing. Someone has that knowledge, you can apply into the food system, you can start very good business using the AML based applications. Then traceability, mainly Rob, as we had a long discussion yesterday, and he's the partnering with the Global Food Pro. US has invested quite a lot of money for blockchain because some product goes to the market, we need to call back. Car, you can call back, but chocolate, can we call back in India? It is a very, very difficult, but we need to establish that one. You see the market potential, 67 billion in Indian market alone. But RFID is there, or the barcode is there, but only 8% only blockchain. But it has the potential to penetrate more. His company and our Laghu Udyog Bharati IMS Foundation, they joined hand to expand this traceability system. So that also will help to do that, how we can expand your business in country. Because right now the cost is very high. So fine tune the software to suit that. I said of the diabetes. Can we change the rice what we eat? Can we get the protein 20% more in the rice? Can I get that rice become a low glycemic index? Can that rice stimulate GLP-1 peptide in our body to control the glucose inside the body? That is the thought process. I got a Tata Transformation Prize, 2 crore. That money I invested to do this research. Now I made this rice. Already I made this rice transfer to the Tata consumer product that has the 22% protein, 3% fiber, less cooking time, iron, folic acid, vitamin B12, all packed in the single rice. Just you eat the rice, you get the 20% protein, fiber, your blood will control, you can reduce the weight as well. This product going to come in August 10, Tata is going to introduce. After that, we are going to give to other people as well. Yesterday night around 12 o'clock, I can't mention his name, world richest person wanted to know about this rice. And I explained to him, he was very fascinated and he told he wanted to implement Africa and other country about this rice. This is the power of the science. You make something in the innovation that can reach wherever it is there. So 3 pillars we need to look into that. One is the science. Science has to give the solution for the societal problem or the industry problem. The technology will give the scale. Without the technology, the scale you can't implement, you can't give the market. Then innovation has to impact in that. Then only you can value on that. So We'll put together, future is depends on what we do. I think right time IMS Foundation and Laghu Udyog Bharati has taken very good step to start Global Food Pro. Definitely it feels the future is belongs to India. We make our countries proud to make a world, everybody take our food. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed very motivational. Well, before we come to the end of the show, there is a little announcement that I would like to make. We have already announced the list of people who have confirmed their stall booking with us. There is a 10% discount on the booth charges that is applicable if you're booking your stalls today. On the same front, we do have some more people who have booked the stalls with us right now. Can I please have them on the stage, please? I would request Anand Ramakrishnan ji to please hand over a token of gratitude to them. We have Mr. Nitish from Divan Udyog, Mr. Bhimsen Talwad. Can we have both of you on the stage, please? Well, for the rest of you who are here today, who are still thinking of booking a stall, like I just announced, there has been... Yes, sir, please. Okay, I have another announcement. We have Mr. Shubham with us. If you're here, you could please come up on the stage. Sir, can we please have you on the stage as well? So we still have the slots left. If you're still thinking of booking the stalls, please, you could meet our representatives at the stall booking counter. You could book your stalls with us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching to the conclusion of this memorable evening. I now invite Sri Ravi Shankar ji, Honorable Consul, Republic of Senegal, who is a member of Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Respected Chief Guest Sri Suresh Prabhuji, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, good evening to you all. As we conclude this wonderful launch of Global Food Pro 2027, it is my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, IMS Foundation, and our supporting partner, Global Networking Institute. Our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Sri Suresh Prabhuji. Sir, your insight, experiences, and encouragement have inspired all of us and reinforced the importance of creating globally competitive opportunities for India's food processing sector. Thank you, sir. I also extend my sincere thanks to our esteemed guest of honors, Dr. Sri Ananda Ramakrishnan, Director CSIR NIIST, Dr. V. Palanimuthu, Director NIFTAM Tanjavur, Sri Rajiv Arora ji, Vice President, Cooperative Strategy and Business Development, Sri Madan Gopal ji, IAS, former Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka, Dr. Jagat Shah, Chief Mentor, Global Network Institute, Dr. Bijana Kotak Desani, Managing Director, Ortram Group, Mr. Rob Neely, Founder, Director, Security Group, Australia, Mrs. Nita Kotak, CEO, Ortram Group, Dr. Sachin Sabnis, National Vice President, Laghu Udyog Bharati, Mr. Narayan Prasanna, President, Laghu Udyog Bharati, Karnataka. My special appreciation to Shri HVS Krishna, Chairman, IMS Foundation, Shri C.N. Bojaraji, Honorary Secretary, Lagu Udyog Bharati, Karnataka, Shri K.M. Ravi Kumar, General Secretary, Lagu Udyog Bharati, Karnataka, Shri Lakshmi Shah, Treasurer, Lagu Udyog Bharati, Karnataka, who have all played a key role in bringing Global Food Pro 2027 to life. Also, I would like to thank all the entrepreneurs, MSMEs, startups, industry associations, and business delegates who are present here today. A very special thanks to our friends from print media and electronic media, partners, sponsors, volunteers, and the organizing team who worked hard to make this event possible. Finally, with gratitude, I thank you all for being with us this evening. Your presence gives us the confidence to make Global Food Pro 2027 a truly world-class platform. We look forward to welcoming you all again at the Global Food Pro 2027. Thank you and have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of today's program. If you have still not filled out your feedback forms, I request you to please fill it in and hand over the feedback forms. Our volunteers will collect it from you. Every beginning carries a new dream and a fresh possibility. We thank all of our guests, participants, supporters for being a part of the special launch event today. Have a wonderful evening ahead. We will look forward to be in continued association with each one of you. See you all at the Global Food Pro happening on May 13th, 14th, 15th, 2027 at the at the BIEC Center. Thank you for joining us. Please join the dinner that is served at the parallel hall. Thank you so much.